Well, we certainly have a disappointed locker room, and I told them I'm really proud of the fight that we had and the heart that we played with, certainly down the stretch in regulation, and then as poorly as we played at times, had a chance to win the game. That's all you can ask, and it's disappointing, but we just didn't have enough players have good games tonight. And but credit Wazoo, they came in and they played hard, man. They have a plan. They play to that plan. Those kids, better than any other team in the conference, know and execute their roles. And they made the plays down the stretch, and we didn't. But I love the heart we played with. I'm really proud of our kids.
Back to you looking for a new game clock operator.
Well, yeah, I can't say anything about that. It's just disappointing that they, I think like the NFL, they kind of let it play itself through, and that's what probably should have happened in that case. But I don't know. They're selfless workers down there. I certainly don't blame that. I blame our defense at times. That's what lost the game. Lack of focus from time to time.
What was the explanation, I guess, just for those who couldn't see on the shot clock operator, or the clock operator, what was the explanation?
Well, that I think the clock stopped or something, maybe inadvertently, and that referee felt like he needed to rectify it, or I don't know. But I don't think the time changed, did it?
One second. It paused at 3 seconds. The shot that
I don't know. They nobody explained it to me at the time, so I didn't even know what the hell they were looking for.
Kelly, what was the play that was drawn up for just the final shot?
Yeah, just a little middle ball screen, and for Indy, she'd been hot. I figured she might get something. She's got a great floater game. I thought if nothing else, she would draw some attention, and she did. And Grace was the secondary option on the roll, and then third option was Tahina filling behind, and we ended up getting, or not Philly, Tahina, and I thought we actually got a pretty good look at it. Maybe a little rushed in traffic, but for the most part, we executed it well. We wanted the ball in Indy's hands. She had such a great game, and I figured she would make the right play. I was blocked out, though, by the referee, so I couldn't actually really see, if she was open off that middle ball screen.
It's made a lot harder for her in terms of finishing at the hoop, not just throughout the game, especially late when Philly was out, where if you don't have a big in there to either clog up the lane or take a defender away, that a team like that is just going to be able to block her and send multiple defenders at her fast.
Yeah, I was disappointed mostly in our interior defense. I mean, I know they got some blocked shots and things like that. I think we've got to do a better job of kind of initiating contact when we do go to the basket, so we get to the line. And they called some of those late. They didn't call them the first 3 or 4 quarters. So, we've got to adjust to that. I just thought, late in the game, we didn't have a lot of options size-wise, and they made us pay in the overtime.
What happened with Philly? Because I don't think she was even on the bench for the
I don't know. I'm trying to console the kids that played, so I haven't seen her yet. Okay, do we have a player coming? Yeah, I think it's just me. So if you have any other questions, I think we can respect that.
To stick with Chance for as much as you did, especially early in the game, where it had been 3 to 5 pretty rough games, and she shoots her way out of it a bit. What was it to go into the decision to stick with her and have her shoot out of it as opposed to turn to somebody else?
Yeah, well, Chance is a good player, and she proves it every day in practice. I play the players that I think are the best for us, so that's why she played. I'm glad she had a great game. Got to the rim, obviously shot it well. Got to the free throw line a few times. Yeah, I believe in Chance. I believe in all our players. I believe in all of them. And, it's just one of those nights we weren't right at our best. I thought just defensively we let them get too much of what they wanted to do. And credit them. I really think Cammie is a great coach. I think she just does an amazing job. And those players, they're really savvy. I gave her a compliment before the game. I'm sure somebody will take this as an insult somehow. I just think they play like that. If you've ever seen a recreation women's team where all these college players come back and just play, they all know how to play. It's fun to watch. They understand spacing. They just understand the game, and that's how they play. They play like veterans, and they they held their composure. It's sometimes tough to win on the road in an overtime game where they kind of blew the lead. I thought we had the advantage, but they went inside the first couple possessions, and it hurt us.
Anything they were doing defensively, Kelly, to get some of the statistics they got in terms of outside of Indy and Chance and a couple from Pose, 6 of 34 from the field. Anything that they were doing to everybody else to?
I mean, no, not. I didn't think so. They're the kind of team that kind of lets you run your stuff. Really, you saw it. We struggled inside. We had how many shots in the first half at the rim that, coulda, shoulda. I get it. They're contested. But those are shots you got to make, and when you're Pac-12 players, and we just didn't tonight. Just one of those nights. It did hurt that Philly was limited. I think it's concussion protocol, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I was told, but I haven't seen her yet. So
Washington State had 46 points in the paint.
Yeah.
That's a lot of which coming in the second half. How do you guys like to change that and go moving forward?
yeah, well, I thought I already covered that. So.
Grace kind of had a rough night shooting. What was your level of confidence when how you felt when she went to take those free throws to tie the game?
Well, you have confidence in her. I mean, that really shows a lot of character. She had a tough night. There's just no question about it. And she's obviously not fully healthy. I mean, we know that, but she's a tough kid and wanted to play, and the trainer's okayed it. And, she's just not at her best. And you can tell she's not getting the lift inside around the rim. But it's really nice to see her step up. I'm really proud of her, actually. That's not an easy situation for a freshman to be in, especially on a night where she hadn't, maybe struggled a little bit. And she did it. And I actually thought when she made those two, I thought we're going to win this game now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out that way.
She looked like it was pretty effortless for her. Like it was no big deal for her when she went to the line.
Yeah.
Just shot it real quick and just.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. Great competitors seem to get it done when it matters most. And she's a great competitor. Yeah. So we've just got to get ourselves healthy. We've got to get ourselves mentally right and physically ready, because now we got to go back up to Corvallis, and how hard or how tough they played us down here. So a couple of home losses. You want to win a Pac-12 championship, that means we got to steal a couple on the road now somewhere, and hopefully that starts Friday in Corvallis. We'll see, but we got to play a lot better.